Howdy. The level 70 and probably last, real story-ish quest for Bard is Sweet Dreams Are Made of Peace. Not peas, but yeah. Sweet dreams are made of peace. Given to us by Guidalo in Gridania, not too far to the west of the main Aetheryte. Here we go. Good timing, Mercy. Nourval's demands have just arrived. That makes sense. Nourval's demands have just arrived at the Adder's Nest. In exchange for Sanson's freedom, we're to release the contents of Gilbard's journal to the public. Bastard won't be satisfied until all Gridanians hate all Alamegan's guts. The brass hats are deliberating a course of action as we speak. Not much we can do now, but wait. Cutscene. Up comes a yellow jacket. Command has made its decision. Oh, it's Serpent Commander Hilui. You will not wish to hear this, but the Order rejects Nourval's demands. He and his band are to be summarily eliminated. What? Hold on just a second. You won't even try to negotiate Sanson's release? As a nation, we cannot bow to acts of intimidation. I'm afraid negotiation was never an option, and here I must repeat the order for you to relinquish the journal at once. So what you're saying is, you're abandoning Sanson? You're gonna let him die? Here's the great Vayne Shallan, hero to all Gridanians, and you won't even lend an ear to his descendant. Oh no, instead you choose the easy way out. Just kill everyone, even your own man. Wash away the bloody past with more blood. Just to be clear, I ain't siding with Nourval. There's no excusing his method, but there's no excusing yours either. It's bullshit, that's what it is. My options are I, it's bullshit, or I've lost faith in the Order. I, it's bullshit. I like it. Now, pray do not be so quick to despair, for I was simply relaying the outcome of Command's deliberation, a deliberation in which the Elder Seatseer had no part. I cock my head at this. What? As you say, Guidalo, the orders are bullshit. Not the words I would have chosen, but you speak the truth nonetheless, and I, for one, have no intention of abiding by them. We're both a little bit shocked by this. I don't like my gloves. I should glamour those. The decision was largely influenced by a small handful of our leadership, and not the boldest handful, if I may add. 'Tis plain from the fact that they did not think to bring the matter before the Elder Seatseer. Captain Smith is a dear comrade. Like you, I would spare no aid in any effort to rescue him, and I am pleased to say that we are not alone in this sentiment. As a matter of fact, I have already reached out to my Lancer and Archer acquaintances, and they stand ready to aid our cause. Oh, now we're talking. There's still hope for the Order if it has good blokes like you, Voicey. I would thank you not to call me that. Now, the Order will move as soon as they ascertain the enemy's location, so time is of the essence. Guidalo, pray take word of these developments to Jahantel. Guidalo nods, and he turns and leaves the scene. Meanwhile, Captain Valkyr, I need you to bear word to the two guildmasters, Lucian and Ewain. Ywaine? I don't remember that name. Tell them that the time is nigh, and pray return here swiftly. I'll give him a nod. I don't remember the name Ewain. We'll go over to the Archers Guild first, since it's in the same little zone. Oh, maybe I don't remember Ewain because I haven't done Lancer quests since the very beginning of this game. So, been a while. But Lucian for sure, I remember her. The time is nigh then. Very well, we shall make ready to depart at once. When the call came, full many here offered their bows. There is not a soul here who knows not of you and Jahantel and Guidalo. Together, let us rescue Sanson. Do we get Lay and Silver? Are they coming? No, it won't be fast through that. I don't think Jog and Peloton stack, as I have lamented before. So we teleport over to the Lancers Guild. We lost our Jog. Here's Uwain. I remember him a little bit, just not his name. Aye, Vorsai has briefed me on the situation. Sanson once trained in these very halls, and I should like to hear his excuse for being captured so easily. At any rate, you may count on our lances. That Sanson was one of our own is reason enough. This request comes from both you and my longtime friend Vorsai himself. In my axe. It might have been faster just to use my teleport trick. It's not a trick. Maybe. It's not a trick, it's just a thing that everybody has access to, and some people use it this way and some people don't. I only started using it this way recently. We talked to Hilui in his normal spot outside the squadron command barracks area. There you are, and not a moment too soon. Things have begun to move. Our scouts report that Nourval and his band have since returned to the Twelveswood. They have made their lair in the North Shroud, near the shards of Dalamud. Even as we speak, the Order mobilizes a unit for an assault. We must be there ahead of them. Set out at once, and make first for Alder Springs. I shall instruct the others to join you there. I will remain here to stall our forces as long as I can. Godspeed. Thank you, sir. We teleport to Falgord Float over in the North Shroud, and then we will fly to the southwest. I can't do. Can't do. Have to go through here. Or is it down? It's down here. That's right. We have Guidalo here with an event marker, probably level 70 capped as they all have been. Whew, we're ahead of the Twin Adder crew. Let's keep it that way and get right to work. Our guild friends will take down the sentries and secure the area. We're free to get close to Nourval and give him the thrashing he deserves. Here we go. We have a battlefield. It looks like a circular platform, and there's like these red crystal lines kind of going here and there about on it. Nourval says, well, I was not expecting you two. Here to deliver the Gridanian's answer, are we? I made him kind of whiny when we first met him, and I kind of forgot what that voice is like, so that's what you get, sorry. You wish, you craven whoreson. Whatever your demands are, it ain't got nothing to do with us. So you are acting alone. I thought you had some wits. Or do you care that little about your... Or do you care that little for your friend? Kill Sanson before you get your answer, and all deals are off. Everything you've worked for up in smoke. Or do you care that little for your goal? A stare down. Mayhap you have some wits after all, but clever though your ploy may be, have you the strength to back it up? Oh, don't you worry on that score. We're gonna knock you around so hard, all the scales will fall from your eyes. He whips out his bow, and if that ain't enough to make you see clearly, I'll even slap in a song. Something lively to wake you up from your misguided beliefs. He smirks at his jesting. I whip out my bow, which is weirder than I thought it was. Whatever. I'm okay at... Oh wait, what do I do? Do I get in the way? Oh. He hits Sanson with a binding, which is not too hard to take out. Sanson is readying some kind of power attack. He's doing an Earth Shaker move, whatever the hell that means. It hit hard-ish, I guess. He dashes across the battlefield a little bit. Buddy, you're at 10% already. Let's put my docs back on just in case. You thought I forgot, did you? Uh-oh. Duty complete before he can even do that final move. Sanson, or Gaidala was running away. I think I said Sanson a couple times, but... Cutscene. Sanson is on his knees, hands bound behind his back. Nourval is one hand down, one knee down, struggling. But he gets up and starts to run away. An arrow stops him in his path, or at his feet. It's Lucienne. And we have Egwene, and then, what was the dude's name? The older man? This guy? Damn it. I don't remember his name. Why? Why do you not understand? Why do you not see the Alamegans for the filth they are? Says Nourval. Gaidala plays his harp. Let each spear be thrust for everlasting peace. Let each arrow be loosed for the fort. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that was not clickable. That sucks. There was no way I could have sang it in time anyway. I didn't know it was... Fuck you for not making that clickable. I hate it when this game does that. It'll be all the things, all the text will be, you have to click it to progress it, and then all of a sudden it's not, and you miss a bunch of it. So, sorry, I don't get to play with that song at all. But Nourval says, that song, how do you know it? I learned it just recently with the spot of help from Jahantel, was his name. Jahantel here. He showed me Vayne Shallan's grave, which I understand your family's been tending for generations. The song was engraved on the headstone. It's a fine piece, and it ain't hard to see why your ancestor loved it. Taking up arms that we might have peace, so the words go. Words that came from Vayne Shallan himself, as a matter of fact. The Autumn War gave birth to a good many anthems, and a good many of them borrowed his words. Take a look, and you'll notice a recurring theme. Peace and harmony. How dare you preach to me of my ancestors? For generations, my family has sought justice for Lord Vayne Shallan. You couldn't possibly comprehend our pain. Not us, perhaps, but I dare say your great-grandsire, Lord Londrinell, could comprehend it better than any man. He witnessed his own sire murdered before his eyes. He knew the painful truth, yet he chose to keep it a secret. Why was this, do you suppose? Says Jahantel. It was because he knew that, above all else, his sire desired peace. Had it been made known that their hero was struck down by treachery, ordinary Gridanians would not have been justified with protecting their homes. Nay, they would have demanded justice. They would have demanded blood. The war would have raged on, leaving yet more death and destruction in its wake, and the peace that Lord Vayne Shallan dreamed of would have gone up in smoke. Knowing this, Lord Londrinell... Spare me your lies! Lord Vayne Shallan desired... Vayne Shallan? I keep saying long. Desired Alamigo's destruction. You cannot tell me otherwise. Jahantel shakes his head no. Tell me, young man, did it not strike you as odd that I knew of Lord Vayne Shallan's grave? That which your family has kept secret all these years? The explanation is simple. I had the honor of knowing Lord Londrinell. This shocks Nourval. Like you, he admired Lord Vayne Shallan and everything he stood for. And what he stood for, first of all, was peace and harmony. If you would honor both their memories, you would do well to honor these ideals. No, this cannot be. My ancestors despised Alamegans. Yes, they all did. If not, everything I've labored for, all the blood and tears, have been for naught. Sanson gets up finally. Kind of thinking. Starts to walk toward Nourval. I ask not that you forgive, but know that neither will we forget. When the time is right, I will see to it that all know of Lord Vainchilon's great sacrifice. This I swear in Nafika's name. Nourval looks like he doesn't know what to do, but Guidolo nods. Jontel nods. I nod. Lucienne and Ewain are just there. Nourval falls to his knees in his hands, starts crying. I ask only that you believe, as your ancestors fervently did, in a brighter future, one of our own shaping, undarkened by shadows of the past, says Sanson. And the cutscene ends like that. We speak to Sanson right here to continue. Worry not, Mercy, I am quite well. Thanks to you and Guidolo, it ended with only a few cuts and bruises. But ere I may rest, I must see to one last task, making good on my promise to Nourval. Come, let us return to the Adder's Nest. I'll remember that I can just do this. Boom, boom. You could also probably click here and yeah, where. Luckily, Gridania's teleport, I don't have to scroll for it like I would Ul'dah. Not that that would be that much of a big deal. If you haven't got bananas, don't be blue. Peanuts in a little bag are calling you. Don't know why this song popped into my head. Here is Vorsai, Hilui to continue, or Vorsi. No. Cutscene. Sanson and Guidolo join us. Sanson salutes. My apologies for keeping you waiting, Commander. I have Gilbard's journal with me, and I will surrender it on one condition. Once the veracity of the tome's contents is ascertained, the Order must make the truth public knowledge when the time is right. This gets a nod from Hilui, and they make an exchange. Well, Sanson hands it over. On this we are of a mind, Captain Smith. Not only will I relay your terms to our leaders, I will speak strongly in favor of them. He smiles. But know that mine is but one voice, and more shall be needed if we are to strengthen our cause. As such, you must rise through the ranks swiftly to stand with me. Stand with you? I fear it will take me a while to attain that honor. To be fooled and taken captive so easily, I am still green as summer grass. It is true that the success of this mission is owed much to Captain Valkyr, and you would do well to give her your profuse thanks. However, I suggest that you also give yourself more credit. You may have much to learn, but you will learn them in good time. That's not good English. You may have many things to learn, but you will learn them in good time would make sense. You may have much to learn, but you will learn it in good time. Would be whatever. This time you were faced with numerous trials, yet did not accomplish your mission in spite of them. You were faced with numerous trials, but did you not accomplish your mission in spite of them? Aye, listen to Vorsi. We came back with a tome. No one can say we didn't do our jobs. Sorry for that weird accent, says Guidolo. Look at you, a bit of praise and you're a stunned marmot. That won't do it all. If you're going to shape the future of our nation, you're going to have to shape up. Sanson looked head down for a second, but back up. You are right, Guidolo. From leading our unit to fulfilling my promise to Nourval, much rests upon my shoulders. Come what may, I will ever stand tall and forge on. He turns to me. Mercy, I must needs go to file my report, but ere I leave, allow me to offer you my heartfelt thanks, not only for your invaluable aid, but for being an example to me. By following your lead, I shall strive to become the best leader I can be, that my unit song might one day serve to rouse all Gridania. I smile and nod. He salutes me. I don't like this bow. I don't like this weird circle thing here. And off he goes. Good that he's hale and hearty at any rate. I'll stick with Sanson for a while. Make sure he don't tear open any stitches. In the meantime, would you go and let Jontel know we're returned? I'll be along myself soon enough. But speaking of the old man, to think that he knew Vainchilon's son. You don't get to that age and not rub shoulders with a legend or two, eh? He leaves the scene as well as it goes away. Cutscene over. We go to Quarry Mill for 221. And we fly west, southwest, into the log that's hollowed out. The fallen tree that's hollow. It's much more accurate description. And Jahantel, sitting by the fire, as usual, for the turn-in. I tell him, what's up? I see. My thanks for bearing word. Though Sanson and Gaidalo may not have endeared themselves to the Twin Adder leadership, they have found a stout ally in Commander Hilui. I must say it truly stirs the spirit to see the younger generation blaze a new path. And I pray that Nourval too will find his own path to walk, one that is paved not with hatred, but with hope, that leads to peace both in the world and in his heart. 'Tis what his ancestors would have wished. In him I see them, and it calls to mind my days spent learning bow and song under his great-grandsire, a kindly old man who tirelessly tended his father's grave, never forgetting the ideals he stood for. Somewhere along Lord Vainchalon's line, those ideals had faded away, but thanks to you and yours, they may yet be restored, and made bolder still by a true remembrance of the past, and the world shall be a better place for it. 216,000 experience points, 3,100 gil. Our straight shot becomes Refulgent Arrow, which gets a damage boost of, I think it's like 30 potency? Or is straight shot 220? We'll see. We get our last little cutscene where our gem, Soulstone, shines in our hand. We do a little yata, I got it kind of motion. Power Ranger style. Or did they thrust their things forward? Or I don't remember. Oh, no, straight shot was 200 because heavy shot is 160. Yeah, so it's a 60 potency boost. That's pretty damn sick, yo. Makes barrage even cooler as well, but it's still cool in its own right. It is sad it's only a 20% chance. Statistically, if you're firing 100 heavy shots, you're gonna get 20 refulgent arrows. Dancer's the same with its damage being very percentage kind of luck based. Because you have a percent chance for one of these two thingies to trigger one of these two thingies, and then a percent chance using either of these two thingies to trigger one of these thingies, and then a percent chance of either of these thingies triggering this thingy. It's ridiculous. It truly is ridiculous. I don't like it. Meanwhile, Machinist doesn't, like, this is on a timer. This is on a timer. You just charge this up automatically. There's no, this thing can make this thing happen. They're all on timers. I don't think there's a single thing here that is triggered by, except for your 1, 2, 3 combo. That's it. Everything else is on timers. I'm right about that, right? I don't think any of these things. That is also a little bit why this is the best damage that you can do as a ranged physical attacker is Machinist, but the buffs that you can give as Bard make your other attackers in the group even better. You give them more crit, you give them more damage, you give them more direct hit, each on like a 45-second window. But yeah, for the last time, John Tell and myself, thank you for watching. We hope you've enjoyed, and hopefully you enjoy whatever of mine you watch next, or just whatever you watch next, period. Bye bye.